Hey guys, what's up? So welcome back to the channel. This is about the fifth time I've made this video today. The last two times were made different than the first couple of times. But I just checked out the footage from my GoPro and all you hear is just ruffling sound. It's hooked to my dash and it is not very clear at all. So I figured I'd go ahead and try to do it on my phone right quick. But anyways, it was this is actually a much different outcome of the video than the video I shot this morning. So if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, and most recently have found out that we are going to be building our own home, and that home is getting built about 3 hours away from where I currently live. We're buying approximately 80 acres. It's 160 acres total, but we're splitting it with another family, some close friends of ours. And being that this land is 3 hours away, I am trying to figure out how to do things at my home now and do things at where I'm going to be living. If you watched my last video, I was talking about buying a pre-built shed, and those pre-built sheds are they can get to be pretty costly, but they're not too awful bad. I looked at one that was around $3,000 and like $300 payments for a month, but that, by then I'm overpaying for it. And so I started thinking, as much as I would like one of those pre-built sheds, I could insulate it, I could sheath it and everything, and I could cool it with AC and get a heater for it for the winter time. Is it really reasonable to do for a year? Being that it's 3 hours away, just traveling to, I want to be able to be on the job site for 2, 3, 4 days at a time, and then get a bunch of work done and then come home. A hotel was not reasonable. A hotel in the area is anywhere from $60 on the weekday to about $100 on the weekend. And I do have some friends I could stay with close by, but I don't want to overstay my visit. So I thought, why not buy one of them little pre-built sheds? They're cheap enough, I could finish it out fairly cheap, and we'd go from there. Then my wife and I, we got to talking, why not just buy an RV or a camper? And it's still not unreasonable, right? And so I got to looking on Facebook and Craigslist and some of the other places like that, local pages, and I was like, hey, most of the campers are around, anything that's from 10, 15 plus years old, we're still looking at $4,000 to $5,000. And I'm looking at not spending over like $1,500. I want to find something that's, in good condition, but fairly priced to live in and maybe, go on vacation later on, or at least you can move, sell it or something. And I looked and I looked and I looked, and bam, an hour later, I find something that had been reasonably, just recently posted, like within minutes. And so I got to looking, and it was a Jayco Kiwi 21C. So it's basically a 21-foot camper that is a hybrid convertible thing. It has a front and rear pop-outs that slide out. You can put a bed out there like a pop-up camper. It has canvas, or you can keep them up and still put bedding in there for like 2 or 3 people. Otherwise, it holds around 7 people. Sounds and looks like a really good idea. The pictures are amazing. Had been recently redone. Had an additional AC unit in it and some other things. And I'm like, wow, this guy wants $1,500 for this. I'm gonna hit him up, and it's 2 hours away. Well, an hour and a half to 2 hours away, depending. And I'll just go check it out. Not a big deal. So I called him up. He's like, yeah, come on down. We'll look at it. And that price is negotiable. I bought it for a job site a couple of years ago, and I lived in it for about 8 months, and then went on. Well, I'm like, that is awesome. Can we meet around noon to 12:30? And he said, yeah. So we did it. I texted him as he asked. He said, hey, either text me or call me around 10:30 or so and let me know you're coming, and I'll have it ready to show. So 10:30 I text him. 12:30 I called him, said, hey, or I was gonna say, hey, I'm in town. Are you ready? Nothing. I texted him. I said, hey, I'm in town. No response. Called him again, and apparently his girlfriend called or answered, and it was very, very rude. Said, who is this? And I gave him my name, gave her my reason for why I was calling. I apologize for this. And I was just being generous, and I said, well, I had talked to so-and-so about this camper he had for sale, and I'm in town. I traveled 2 hours for this, and I want to come see it. He says, well, he just sold it. And I'm like, what do you mean he just sold it? Well, yeah, he just sold it. I said, like, to me, right? He gave you my name, didn't he? She says, no, they're out here out in front getting ready to hitch it up. I said, what do you mean? He just sold it. Hung up on me. I'm like, this is weird. So I went ahead, went down there. I had the kiddo with me, and got him out. We're in the ghetto, by the way, guys. This is a very ghetto area. Like, of course I'm carrying. I'm questioning if this is even like a legitimate deal, because $1,500 for a, it is a 20-year-old camper, but in good shape, or supposedly good shape. So I go up to the door, knocked on it, nothing. I just literally came around the corner, I saw him going to the house. I saw the guy going to the house. And anyways, knock on the door. Lady comes to the door. She said, can I help you? And I said, yeah, I just called, and I was supposed to meet so-and-so and to look at this camper. She says, that car right there is loading it up. He sold it to them. I said, seriously? I talked to him last night. He said he had no interest in it, and that he was going to remove the ad, and that I would be here. I would be here at this time. It was approximately like 12:25. So earlier than my latest appointment, my latest approximate time, 12 to 12:30. Nope, sold. And I said, where's he at? She says, he's gone. I said, what do you mean he's gone? Well, he left. Mind you, I just saw him around the corner, around the block, going to the house. I'm like, man, he's fast. So, yeah. I had a really good deal on a really good looking camper until I looked at it walking away. The guy, he told me that there was, a new additional AC in place, a brand new tankless water heater that was installed recently. He'd bought it a couple of years back to do a job site type thing, and he was gone and living in it for 8 months, and he just wanted to get rid of it and pass the savings on to somebody else. And trust me, for this camper, which retails around $3,000 to $4,000+, depending on the shape of it, $1,500 is a really good deal. But nope, he decided to go ahead and sell that underneath me, and I flagged his post, I flagged his Facebook page, I flagged him on Craigslist, because he had posted on Facebook and Craigslist, and another app. I don't even know what the app was called now. Kind of like one of those buy-sell trade apps. But anyways, he sold that underneath me, and he's just a piece of crap. So, I'm going to keep on being on the lookout, looking for a camper that's, $1,200 to $1,500, maybe $2,000. I don't want to spend that kind of money. I don't really want to spend the money for the cabin situation, even though it'd be a more set structure, and I can insulate it better than a camper. But yeah, I got screwed, guys. I got screwed out of a deal. Spent $40 in fuel driving, $50 in fuel driving once I fuel up. It sucks big time, but it's part of the life that people are assholes, and I'm a huge asshole, but I would never do that to somebody else. So, God sees everything, and He knows your actions. Also, don't do meth. that guy should probably use that money from that camper to get his chick some new teeth, because she was missing every single one of them. Some are teeth. Some are here, some are there. Keep calm and carry on, guys. See you later. Be safe.